So recently for Christmas, two different friends of mine gave me beers from the Farmery Brewery in Neepawa, Manitoba. And I haven't really properly featured them much on the show yet, so I kind of figured this is a sign, at least from these friends of mine, that I should be including Farmery on the show soon. So we're going to look at a couple of those today. Number of different beers from Farmery this year. First one I'm going to try today is the Windchill Lager. I was going to do this one as one of my holiday quick tastes. I did a bunch of holiday, like 1-minute videos trying out different holiday beers, and I kind of thought the Windchill would have fit in with that, but I just had quite a few of them to do, so I just thought I'd hold off for this episode. The Windchill Lager, it's still appropriate given the forecast here. I don't know if you can see this. It's cold here. It's minus 21 right now, going down to minus 31 tonight. Feels like minus 29. So a Windchill Lager feels pretty appropriate today. Nice crack of the can there. Let's see what this is like. Oh, very light in color, eh? Look at that. That's very light. Light and golden. Alright, so very little head on this. Fruity on the nose. I am a little surprised at first seeing how light this is. I think just the name Windchill, I think the name Windchill, I got it in my head that it was going to be like a winter ale, but it's a winter lager. So, oh yeah, it's quite light. Kind of that like light beer, metallic kind of odor you get. Lightly citrusy. Let's go in for a sip. Yeah, it's a decent light beer. It actually tastes quite light. I'm going to check. It is 4.8%, and I think the regular Farmery Lager comes in about 5. I'm just going to check that. Yeah, this is their sort of their flagship beer, the Farmery Premium Lager. That it comes in at 5%. So this is just a slightly lighter than that, but it tastes a lot lighter. Like it tastes almost like a light beer, like a Bud Light or something like that. Yes, super light body. Kind of odd. It's funny. It feels really light going down. The finish is a little heavier than that. It's definitely a different taste than their regular lager. This one is infused with our Manitoba grown Chinook hops. So I guess the Chinook hops is what makes it a Windchill Lager, I guess. Yeah, that's not bad. So it's very drinkable. Kind of nondescript in a way. Yeah, like I'm actually a pretty big fan of the premium lager that they put out. I wouldn't say I would have this over the premium. But that said, it's decent enough. It seems like a nice easygoing summer beer to me, more than something you'd put out in the winter. So Farmery Brewery, I think first came on the scene about 2013. That's when I think I first became aware of them. At that point, they're based out of Neepawa, Manitoba, so about 2 hours drive from where I live. When they started, they were brewing out of the Muskoka Brewery in Ontario. I think all they were really doing at that point was the premium lager. And yeah, then 2014 they were in CBC's Dragon's Den. They got about $200,000 to put toward their estate brewery. So the cool thing is that they grow all the ingredients, including the hops and everything else, right there on their estate. And then yeah, it's a completely family-owned business. And yeah, I think so. 2014 they were in Dragon's Den. Shortly after that, they started putting out a few other beers. Like that, when they first started out, the premium lager was the only thing they had, and it was a pretty solid beer and one that could definitely keep them going. And then they started experimenting. They did a few beers that I've always kind of considered them like beers that people who don't normally drink beer would like. Like they did a pink lemonade and like an iced tea beer. Yeah, I don't remember those necessarily working for me, but I know a lot of people who like them. And then now, if you go to their website, you can see they've got like close to 30 different beers that you can buy from them. They do a lot of sours. They've got some IPAs and some dessert beers that they recently did, and we'll talk about those in a bit. All right, next up, also from Farmery, of course, is something called Carrot Cake. It is an indulgent craft brewed delight. Treat yourself to a newfound favorite. It doesn't tell me a lot on the can here. It is 5% alcohol, made with natural carrot cake spice flavors. It doesn't go into detail on what those are or anything. So let's see what this is like. They did a few of these kind of sweet dessert kind of beers in addition to the carrot cake. They recently put out a roasted marshmallow, Gingersnap cookie, which I did a quick taste review of just before Christmas. Gingersnap, I know someone who does Gingersnap cookies every Christmas, and to me that was close enough for that to be considered a holiday beer. And as I'm telling you all this, I'm getting a definitely very, very sweet aroma from here. Yeah, it does smell like the frosting of carrot cake. Very interesting. And the other one they did was a Mochaccino. Hold on, I've got it back here. Was a raspberry Mochaccino. Hold that up so you can actually see it. Raspberry Mochaccino. I haven't tried that one yet, but I thought I'd do carrot cake today just because I'm such a big fan of carrot cake. So let's see how this. Oh yeah, it smells like the frosting. It does. It totally smells like a carrot cake. This is going to be interesting. The body is, well, it's definitely darker than the last one we had, and you know, that was such a light beer. But this is still quite light, right? Like I would think a dessert beer like this would be something heavier, like a stout or like a porter, like a darker, like a dark brown kind of a color. Oh yeah, that smell. It definitely smells like a carrot cake. But and this is coming from the guy who has a horrible sense of smell. So let's give this a try. Super sweet. Yeah, I get a little bit of like the cinnamon and nutmeg in there for sure. That you would get in a carrot cake. And definitely that sweet frost. Oh yeah, it's just kind of like a wave of sweetness. Like yeah, that frosting taste is probably the most powerful part of this. I think probably like in a in a flight, if you're getting a sample this size along with a few other beers, that's kind of like a fun little experiment. But yeah, it's a little overpowering. I mean, this size of can is a pretty big commitment for a beer that tastes like carrot cake. But as it was fun to sample. Probably not something I'm gonna drink again. I mean, if I want carrot cake, I'll probably just eat some carrot cake. So we've got some more episodes coming up later this month. We're going to be doing something for Robbie Burns Day, where I try some Scottish beers, and our 1-year anniversary is coming up real soon at the end of the month. So thanks for tuning in. Man, I'm still getting that sweetness. Stay safe, drink local. Cheers, everybody.